Still to come on tonight's programme, the reviews are in. The big winner in this week's London Summit has been decided. It's Obama, but perhaps not the one you expected. And these shoppers aren't rushing to buy whatever Michelle had on today. We'll explain why they are in such a hurry then. Welcome back. The world, let's face it, has been on the edge of a nervous breakdown for months, mired in depression, yearning for a lift. This week it got one in London, courtesy of Michelle Obama. It is amazing what a winning smile and outfit from J. Crew, 6 feet of effortless elegance and, let's not deny it, a powerful husband can do. Mighty Michelle has become box office. It is official. The BBC's Rita Chakrabarti has more on the First Lady's lasting impression.
Far from the summit, outside an inner-city school, the crowds were gathering. Word had got out that Michelle Obama was coming to visit, and you could feel the buzz.
Why is she important to you?
Because she's the wife of the first black president in America.
And that means a lot to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So your daughter's actually in the
she's
school,
in the school
meeting Michelle Obama.
Yes, right
How
now.
jealous are you?
I'm jealous. I am jealous.
Despite the secrecy and security surrounding Michelle Obama's visits, when word does get out, just look at the effect. Crowds of people lining the streets, all of them very excited, all of them hoping to catch a glimpse of the First Lady. Those inside went wild when she was announced. This was a school where many of the girls face major disadvantages. Mrs. Obama spoke to them as one.
I want you to know that we have very much in common. For nothing in my life's path would have predicted that I'd be standing here as the first African-American First Lady of the United States of America. There was nothing in my story that would land me here.
And she echoed her husband's inspirational style, urging the girls to take charge of their own destinies.
We are counting on every single one of you to be the very best that you can be. Because the world is big and it's full of challenges. And we need strong, smart, confident young women to stand up and take the reins. We know you can do it. We love you. Thank you so much.
By the end, she was being mobbed. Her security men could do nothing but watch. Michelle Obama has been the G20 wife. The absence of Carla Bruni, the wife of the French president, has left her all the limelight. Her glamorous clothes and her relaxed and informal manner have charmed everyone, even the Queen, who asked her to keep in touch. Rita Chakrabarti, BBC News.
Well, joining me to discuss the overwhelming reaction that Michelle Obama received is Sarah Baxter. She's the Washington correspondent for the UK newspaper, The Sunday Times. Great to see you, Sarah. Thanks for coming in. Here's my theory for the week. It seems to be that the world's media especially can only ever really fall in love with one woman at a time. And ever since Lady Di died, we haven't really found a replacement for her, apart from that one-night stand with Carla Bruni. Is Michelle Obama the new Princess Diana?
She's the people's first lady, just as Diana was the people's princess, if you remember. Carla Bruni, the first lady of France, is so yesterday, isn't she? I mean, she'll have another moment.
But is that because she's married to a very powerful and famous man, Michelle, or is it about her?
Honestly, it doesn't hurt, does it? But it's also about her story, how she's risen from a very humble background on the south side of Chicago, and she's lived out the American dream, a dream that was shut out to African Americans for a long time. And I think people have enormous respect for her. It was very touching, wasn't it, to see her at the school today, where she was obviously very choked up at the thought that these girls were just like her. And here she was meeting the Queen, things she'd never dreamt she'd be doing.
So interesting, because there's, the obvious comparison is with Jackie Kennedy and her visit to Paris in the early 60s. I mean, obviously there was a very glamorous woman from a very famous family. But the difference here is that Michelle Obama is a first lady, dare I say, the cliche, for the 21st century, especially during a credit crunch. There's a real connection there with the people, isn't there?
Yes, and she's confident and she's assertive, and Jacqueline Kennedy was beautiful and glamorous, elegant. We know that, but very aloof, very privileged. And Michelle Obama has risen up as one of us. And it gives everybody a lot of inspiration. And my goodness, she looks great, doesn't she? Even in a golfing cardigan and in J. Crew outfits, which I wasn't quite sure myself. But you can go out and buy J. Crew outfits on the high street. She's not posh.
And the other interesting thing is, I mean, there's been an awful lot of discussion this week about whether she broke the royal protocol by putting her arm around the Queen, and was that really the right thing to do? I mean, I think, to be honest, she did the royal family a massive favour by putting her arm around the Queen, because after all, they want to connect with the modern age. They've had that problem ever since the passing of Diana, and here they had some of that stardust bestowed on them.
I don't think they've had such good publicity in years, and the way the Queen was so gracious. And of course, when I said that Michelle Obama wasn't posh, what she is classy. And that always goes down well at the palace, so that worked well.
And she's a professional woman, she's a good wife, she's a good mum, she's a worker and not a whiner, and all that kind of makes a difference as well, doesn't it?
Terrific role model, I really think so, yes, very modern.
And do you think that this will have, I mean, will this pay any political dividends beyond the kind of glitz and glamour and excitement of the week?
Yes, I do think so. I think people in America are watching as well and are feeling very proud of the effect she's having abroad. So that's good too. And Europe, yes, it's feeling a lot more affectionate to America.
Has it resurrected America's image after George W. Bush?
Well, it has, but it doesn't mean that some awkward things like, are you going to give more troops to Afghanistan have gone away or anything like that. There are still some tough issues out there.
But it helps, I guess, to have a glamorous wife and to be a popular president yourself if you're going to pick up the phone to the Germans or the French and say, please send more troops or please send more money.
Yeah, but they won't necessarily do that, no matter how much they love Michelle Obama.
And I guess it says something about us that we are so keen to embrace this woman that we also need to be cheered up.
These are very gloomy times, and to have a glamorous first couple at the White House does us all a power of good, I think.
It does indeed. Sarah Baxter, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Well, do stay with us for a final word here on BBC World News America.